It is the world famous KROQ. I am Nicole Alvarez. We are here with Mark Foster of Foster the People. Hello, my friends.
How you doing?
You know, the first time, let's kick it way back. The first time I interviewed, I think the first album was just coming out, and we sat in a picnic bench in the backyard at KROQ.
I think that may have been the first interview I'd ever done, actually.
Doesn't that seem like a lifetime ago?
It kind of was.
It really was. You guys started out playing in a room of like 10 people, and then you got so far so fast, playing like 300 shows in a year and a half.
You know what happened during that interview, actually?
Please, tell me.
I remember after that, like, you guys do this thing where people, like, draw on something or whatever.
Yeah.
I drew this thing as, like, some elephant, because I just had, it was an Elephant Angel of Darkness thing. and now our drummer just got a tattoo gun. And so we've been like tattooing on the bus and whatever on the road. We've like brought it with us. And I'm about to tattoo that on his ankle.
But wait a second, do you have to have a license to tattoo?
Oh, I don't know. I mean.
That's so cool. You
we're
got
not
a
going to
tattoo
sue
gun.
each other.
No, but now I gotta go get on your bus and get a tattoo. That would be freaking fantastic.
He tattooed my chest like a few weeks ago. I'm not going to show it though.
In between the first album and Supermodel, what was the downtime like? Were you really happy to have the free time? Did you find yourself kind of like, I don't know what to do with myself because we played so much and we were on the road for so long? What kind of state of mind did that put you in?
I was in a really weird state of mind. I was thinking about a lot. I always think about a lot. And I think that, and I'm a pretty introverted guy, even though I sing. And so when I get a lot of like manic energy, it takes like a long time for me to process everything. And so touring obviously was the most, that whole 2 years of that kind of ride was like the most energy I've ever had come at me. And so it took like a year to like, I traveled, I went to some countries, like some developing countries, kind of got off the grid and really just tried to force myself to be silent and to be able to think. I like, for me, traveling is kind of like laundry for your thoughts.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely correct. I have something called Wanderlust, and if I don't travel for a long period of time, I get this weird soul sickness.
We almost named the record Wanderlust.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So when did you know that it was time for Supermodel? When were you ready?
Well, honestly, I wasn't.
Great answer.
I could have kept on doing what I was doing.
Traveling.
And then I was like, oh my God, we have to make a second record. Because for about 10 years, my goal was just to make one record. You know, and I didn't really, after making that one record, I was like, oh, this is something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're stuck with us.
Right, okay. And so it was kind of like that. And I didn't have any songs written, really. I mean, we went into the studio, and I wrote for about a month, and then we started recording. And
you've always been very honest, but I feel Supermodel, like even when I was reading interviews about you writing Supermodel, you were so forthcoming with how you were feeling, your mental state. How does it make you feel to let that many people inside your head? Is it scary or empowering? It's
both, I think. That's something that I really struggled with a lot. Kind of with the first record of just letting people in, and I think as I've kind of gotten more older, as time, I don't know, just as I've had time with it all, on this record especially, I found that true strength is found in vulnerability. And that when I'm writing something that I'm afraid of, it'll set somebody else free from something that they're going through. Yep. And I feel like that's
But does that start to feel like a responsibility?
It does feel like a responsibility in some ways. And
too, it's a gift to be able to give that to people.
I think like just being brave. You know, I just went to this art exhibit at MoCA in LA. This guy actually.
Oh, very cool.
Mike Kelly.
Yep.
And it was one of the bravest expressions of art I'd ever seen, because this guy was dealing with so many dark things, but instead of sweeping them under the rug like a lot of people normally would, this guy put them on canvases that were, 10 feet tall, and I walked away so inspired, like, of his bravery. And I feel like that's the greatest gift an artist can give somebody, is being brave with what they're going through, because it really, like, it plows all the stuff out of the way for somebody else to walk behind them unobstructed.
In a word, it's liberating. It is liberating.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, Mark Foster? You are a badass mofo, if I don't say so myself. I've watched you guys from the beginning, from when we were sitting on that park bench to where you are now. And it's inspiring and it's beautiful to see that you're so honest and open and you make people feel so good. Because let me tell you, I had the best time watching Foster the People at Coachella. It was with the wind and like the atmosphere, and we just danced. There was a guy dancing ballet in front of me. I don't think he was a ballerina, but he wanted to dance. He wanted to pirouette. So it was really awesome. Congratulations on Supermodel. Thank you for playing Weenie Roast. I feel like you're part of the family now. Give it up for Mark Foster of Foster the People. I am Nicole Alvarez. We are live at Weenie Roast backstage for KROQ.